Yo, howdy folks, welcome back to Balatro in the day, where I play Balatro in the evening, and have a little fun. And I figured today we could do a tier list, about white stake speedruns. So best jokers for white stake speedruns specifically. This is very limited. Essentially, you're looking at like 20 or so good jokers, really. So it's a pretty selective list, but we'll hop into it. Let's just get started in. So situational, Jimbo. Extremely situational is going to be all of the colored jokers. Pairs goes in situational as well. Maybe into good early game. I would put it above Jimbo. Three of a kind is useless. Two pair is extremely situational. Straight is useless. Flush can be good early game to just help you survive. Pairs can be good early game, but you really desperately need chips, and it's one of the few chips jokers. Three of a kind useless. Two pair chips, not as useful as two pair molt, purely because two pair already has a lot of chips inherent to it. Flush chips, similar thing to extremely situational. I put it above those though. Halvesies is one of the goats. Stencil is great. Four fingers is extremely situational. Mime is useless. Credit card is situational, can save you. Same with. Honestly, you could almost put dagger in good. But I think it really goes in situational. Maybe it's more of desperate, situational, good early game. I don't know. Banner is great, bordering on one of the goats. It's like your second best chips option. And then we got Mystic Summit. Mystic Summit I'd say is good. You have to get through 3 discards, and you can discard really fast, but you still have to waste a lot of time discarding. I would maybe say good early game. Marvel Joker, useless. Voucher, is that what it's called? Not voucher. Loyalty card. Loyalty card is situational. I'm actually gonna bump credit card up into good early game. 8-ball useless. Misprint is good, bordering on great, honestly. Dusk is useless. Fist is slightly better than misprint. Chaos is actually good. You need rerolls when you're speedrunning white stakes. Rerolls are your savior. Fibonacci is in the desperate tier, but very top of desperate. Steel Joker is useless. Face is at the bottom of situational. It's another. So chips jokers are just really valuable. And even 30 chips from a high card can save you. Abstract is great, bordering on goat tier. We're gonna go into desperate times for delayed gratification. Hack is useless. Fucking whatever it's called, Pareidolia, useless. Michelle is great. I don't know if you'd say it's better than Abstract Joker. It's slightly below Abstract Joker. Goes into situational as well, bordering on desperate. For Todd, Steven is on the upper echelon of desperate. Very, very bottom of desperate do we have Scholar. This is at the top of useless. Useless is largely unordered, but business card can help you. Same with Supernova. Supernova can and maybe we need to get wider. One sec. Let's go even wider. Yeah. Supernova I'll zoom in too. Maybe I should have zoomed in sooner. But yeah, Supernova can occasionally find use. I would say that Bus is even less useful. Fucking Spaceman is literally like detrimental. Getting a level just slows you down too much. Egg is situational. It can sit there and actually just build econ while you're in your first couple antis if you can survive. I would say that you're desperate if you are needing the extra hands because they're so slow it's almost pointless. One of the goats is Blackboard. Runner's useless. Great bordering on one of the goats. Maybe it's a goat. Ice cream. The gelato. It melts, which sucks, right? So you're getting 90 on white steak. So it's only as good as Banner for 2 hands. So we'll put it on great, but it's top of great. Chips are so valuable. Useless time waste for the DNA. Splash is desperate tier. It lets you get a couple more chips. Probably put it there. Blue Joker is great, bordering again on one of the goats. Sixth Sense is on like 3rd from useless. Constellation is useless. Hiker is useless. Higher up on the useless do we have Faceless Joker and Green Joker. Green Joker's probably below Faceless. You know, you almost could add another tier right above useless, which is like basically useless. Can we do that? Settings. Pop a tier. Add a row above. And this is going to be... we're going to make you actually pink, and you are going to be dark blue. And you are going to be basically useless. And that's going to be these 4 in basically useless tier. Superposition useless. Cavendish, really hard to get, but it is one of the goats when you do get it. But low-key, when you get it, I feel like you can be far enough into a run that it won't save you. Or, I mean, it'll save you, but it almost doesn't matter because you usually get Cavendish like ante 7, 8, and yeah, but when you do get it, it's pretty amazing. Card Sharp is great, close to one of the goats, but you have to play 2 hands, obviously. So it kind of guarantees a 2-shot of everything. I'd put Abstract above it. I'd put, yeah, something like that. Misprint just low-key trolls you is like the reason Misprint's low. Basically useless on to-do list. Basically useless on red card. Useless for Madness. Useless on Big Boy. Useless on what's it called? It makes your spectral card. Seance. Situational on the Riffraff. Probably put it. I'd put it pretty low down. Maybe it's above Egg. Yeah, I've had Loyalty card actually is the most useful in a white stake speedrun. So out of all possible speedruns, or all of Balatro, white stake might be the only place where you can find a use for this. I've had this get me over the hill on ante 8 trigger just in time, just by pure luck. Grabbed it, happened to be enough hands, ante 8, it saves me. Because you might be able to, and by saving I mean speeds you up. So like I 2-shot or 3-shot even ante 7, get into ante 8, 1-shot it because of Loyalty card. Vampire, useless. Hologram is basically useless. Probably tippy top of basically useless. It's like it's extremely situational. When it works, it can work. Basically, if you get spectral cards that add a bunch, you can get this up to like 2x with the add 4. That can get it to immediately to 2x, and like then it's like not bad. Straights are basically useless. Do it like there. Vagabond, we're gonna top of useless. Baron, absolutely abysmal. 9, basically useless. Rocket is useless. Obelisk is pretty much useless. Same goes for Midas. Situational on the, can save you from the Violet Vessel, the Luchador. Desperate tier for, it's 4 molt is basically what you're looking at on a flush if you have. So 4 molts, but it's like a situational 4 molt. It's not like Jimbo where you just get 4 molt. Yeah, it's more situational. It's desperate. Maybe we do this extremely situational. We've returned it back to what it was. Same goes for Voucher. I've had this work in tandem with, where's our guy? Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler is good. And I've had a Swashbuckler gift card run, actually. It was a pretty beautiful run to see. And it actually popped off. It got my Swashbuckler was like 30 by the end of the run. So that's basically like having 2 abstract jokers. So it can be as good as an abstract joker, which is a great joker, bordering on one of the goats. Yeah. Bean, also extremely situational. Maybe you're playing flushes and it can save you and get you some flushes. Same goes for Erosion. If you hit and immolate, Erosion can pop off. Reserve Parking is basically useless. A couple bucks. Extremely situational on the mail-in rebate. Reevaluating these. Maybe. You can get you can get 15 molt out of these guys, and like that can save you sometimes. If you can draw that suit really quickly on like Ante 2, it can help you survive Ante 2, get to Ante 3. These are pretty much basically everything in here is only useful on Ante 2 for the most part. Erosion might be useful later, but basically Ante 2. Basically useless. We're not always at $25. Sometimes we're spending really hard in the early game to try to find money or try to find good jokers. Same goes for Hallucination. We're getting packs from skips, and like that's nice, but the usefulness of the tarot cards, like the death can help make a 4 of a kind. Same with like strength. That's about it. Fortune teller is useless. We're talking you might use 2 judgments. Judgment is about the only one you're looking for. +1 hand size. Basically useless. +1 discard. I'm gonna put that. Situational. It can be worth 30 chips if you have a banner. That makes it okay. The situations in which there is some challenge white stake speedruns. There's one where your deck is like half stone, and like getting this guy is like a run winner. I have had a plasma run with Marble Joker into Stone Joker that did technically win. And so like if we had the basically useless, you could put those 2 in there. But you're talking I was appalled at that run. And it was the bowl that ultimately won me the game, but it technically pulled its weight. I'm gonna actually bump these 2 down here. Cat, pointless. Baseball card is situational. Probably top of situational. Bowl, the GOAT. Might be the best. Situational. Yeah, Cola. Cola can get you extra skips, which is pretty big. Trading card basically useless. It's $3. $3 and it takes some time. So top of useless, makes you $3. Flashcard. Flashcard can be situational. You get some reroll vouchers and some money, and this thing can get really high mult. I'd probably put it above the knife, and that can go above the knife too. And Luchador can go all the way up here. Maybe there. An egg can go here. No, there. Like that? Yeah, like that. Popcorn is good. Just straight up good. It's a lot of molt. It's, more so good early game, but even late game, you can go popcorn into popcorn, sell, find another popcorn. I've done that before. Pants, useless. Top of useless is fucking Ancient Joker. Ancient Joker can help you beat Ante 2. If you find the suit, you get the points. Ramen is one of the goats, for sure. Free 2x. It's just a straight 2x. Early game you might be discarding for flushes in the first couple antes, but the rest of the game you should not be discarding at all, or you should be resetting. And because of that, just a flat 2x is amazing. If I could add more cards into here, which I guess I could. I think I'd have to make an account, but if I could add holographic, polychrome, and foil onto here, all three would go into GOAT tier. They just instantly make a card good. Instantly make them useful. So those enhancements are instant GOAT tier. Walkie-talkie is basically useless. Going into extremely situational. Let's do that. That's higher up. It's money, and you can actually for like 4 seconds of your time, you can make $10 if you draw well, and that's not even 4. Like 3 second time loss for $10 is worth it, I think, if it gets you 2 rerolls. And those, or lets you afford, oof. Sorry, lets you afford a throwback type shit. Seltzer is detrimental, straight detrimental. Same goes for Castle. In fact, Hiker is also straight detrimental. The Hiker literally makes you slower. Let's see. Happy Face, Smiley Face, top of situational. It's up there with, I'd say it's up there with Pivy. It's basically like you play like a pair of face cards, and you have 10 molt, and like, great, but you had to fish for face cards. Campfire, up at the echelon of useless. Sometimes you will take the time to sell 2 cards because you need that 1.5, and that 1.5 will save you, but you will not be selling anymore. Like, you might own it, and you can feed it to Dagger. So like expensive jokers here like are better than these cheap ones, because these cheap ones you can't feed to Dagger efficiently. Golden Ticket, useless. Bones is great. Maybe this shouldn't be maybe Luchador should move up to good. I think Luchador's still situational. So the difference between Luchador and Bones is that Bones is a 4x. Luchador just saves you from the boss, the type of boss that it is. So if you need to survive the type of boss, Luchador can, negate that, but you only need a quarter of the score. So like if you barely survive Ante 7, and let's say you 2-shot Ante 7 and then your Michelle dies, if you find a Bones in the next shop, you can play 2 hands to get to a quarter of the score and then throw away 2 hands and you win. And then Gold Stick Bones is fantastic. Acrobat, situational, low down though, like low key, almost below loyalty card. I think it's like tied with loyalty card. Sorry for yawning. Can help you survive. Detrimental. I mean, basically useless. It's right here at these three. Same as certificate. Smeared is extremely situational. Can help you make better flushes. Throwback is the GOAT. Throwback is probably your, like, other than plasma, and even on plasma, throwback can actually be good. But throwback 5x by anti-8. Looking at what else do I have to say? 5x by anti-8. Scales with the antis. It keeps getting better. You can pick it up late in the run, and it has already scaled. You don't need it at the start. The art is fucking amazing. Yeah, throwback is the GOAT. Chat is basically useless. It slows you down, but it gives you chips. So, like, you can use it occasionally, like anti-2, to, like, get your 20 chips, and, like, 20 chips might save you. I'm gonna go Kier right there with trading card, and like, you might get a buck. Bloodstone, I mean, it's a worse ancient joker, like a dramatically worse ancient joker. But it has saved me. 50 chips on a high card. I would say very bottom of situational. It's chips. Maybe it's better than these two. I think it's better than these two. But they can be debuffed. Face cards can also be debuffed, which is why I think Todd is better. But yeah, that's it. It's 50 chips. You can play a flush. So you could rely on this. Could be your chips joker, and then on, like, anti-8 you play a flush, and one shot, and that could be worth it. So I think it has its purpose. Same goes for Onyx Agate. It's like the best out of these three. Yeah, no, maybe worse than Fib. And maybe it should be like this. So, like, these three all do, like, the same purpose of, like, they're worth a couple molt. They're like Jimbo, but you have to think. Maybe Jimbo should be way back here. Maybe I was kind of being a little too grateful for him. Yeah, I think that is good. Jolly and Jimbo back there. Glass Joker. If you get a Glass Joker, crazy. I mean, I could think of it could happen. You could use a glass on anti-1 from, I guess you could use an anti-1 or anti-2 glass on a flush, and it breaks, and then you find a Glass Joker, and it's 1.75. It's slightly better than a polychrome. Showman is extremely situational. I'm gonna go, like, smeared up here. Scholar down back here, and erosion way back. Yeah, I have had him let me get hold of 2 halvesies, I think. It's done that before. I did have a run where it got me a second blackboard, but the run ended up dying anyways because I had massive hand size, and then I couldn't use the blackboard, and I had to slow down. And it was just too late. The early game was slow. So yeah, I can help you get a hold of, like, 2 jokers. Flower pot. Top of useless. Or middle top of useless. You might draw a natty 2-pair. They can trigger it. Great. Blueprint, GOAT. But honestly worse than throwback. You can think of Blueprint as generally a 2x. Unless it's copying an X-Molt Joker, in which case it's a 3x or a 5x if it's copying a throwback. But you need another good Joker. So it's a 2x for anything that isn't X-Molt, right? Because it copies the chips, so it doubles your chips if you had a bull. Or it copies your X-Molt. In this case, if throwback's giving 5x, then your Blueprint's giving 5x. If it's copying flat molt, it's giving 20, then that's also giving 20. So it's like a ramen. It's a ramen that can get even more powerful. And you get to choose where it goes. The fucking halvesies is, like, just depresses you every time you get it, because you're like, these shitty ass rare jokers down here just kind of ruin your rare skips. Mary Andrew is extremely situational. It's 90 chips. It can basically be a second banner if you have banner. It's a blueprint to your banner. Right? Plus 3 discards, another 90 chips. No. Just no. Idle is fucking awful. I have had idle work for me once, I guess, so it can go up here. Lucky Cat has never done anything for me. Yeah, seeing double is good. Seeing double is good. You can drawing pairs. It's more common than you would think to draw a pair that can utilize a club. It does happen. You can maybe get it within 1 discard, and it is a 2x. Maybe it's more situational, and maybe good early game should go. Can this whole tier go below here? No, I think this is still fair. Matador. Basically useless. It might make you money, but you're trying not to play that many hands, so it might make you only $7. I'd do it like that. Maybe that. Hit throw jack. Another depressing rare. Something like that. Duo is also situational, but it's any pair, so it is better than the seeing double. So maybe you can bring it all the way up into good. The Thinking Man's Ramen. Trio, extremely situational. It has saved me. The Family or whatever, the 4 of a kind one, basically useless. It has worked. It has worked for me twice. It has got me through ante 2 on like 2 occasions. Because I drew really lucky and I had this speak from a rare skip. So, you know, it's pretty far down. Same with straight, it's basically same use case. These should really go like this. And the straight is slightly better. And the flush, we can put in the extreme situational. Stuntman is your second best Joker. Our other GOAT. Maybe we need even another add a row below. It really should be like this. And you can be also red, and you can be pink. The goats, great. You know, these are almost goats. These are our. You know, if this is like LeBron, and these are like Kareem. You know, if you're gonna go for that, so we can say like goats. Fantastic. I think banner is actually better than halvesies. The synergy, the stuntman to blackboard synergy is my favorite synergy in speedrunning. Stuntman blackboard is beautiful. It's you know, fucking, it's from God. Invisible Joker is a great Joker. Maybe a good Joker. Top of good. Into great. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Nothing more to add. Brainstorm is fantastic, but it's only a 2x basically ever, because you can't copy a throwback with it because you need your flat mult on the left side. So this is capped at a 2x, whereas a blueprint can go up to like a 5x. Since the blueprint can be to the right of your flat mult, you can copy your X mult, and it can now be as good as your X mult is, but you can basically never copy your X mult, because unless you have like high leveled hands, or you could copy X mult if you have a fist, which I guess should maybe put fist up into great, because fist does trigger ahead of time, which is nice. We'll put it here at bottom of great. Useless. extremely situational on Shoot the Moon. Basically useless. It's useful on like one challenge deck. Same goes for this fella. Same goes for you. You're actually useless. You're actually useless. Boots. Boots are top of upper echelon of great. They can win runs. Boots can single-handedly win runs, but not like a bowl can. And you need chips more. Like, the boots are useless without one of these 3 jokers. Like, do you see how sparse we are for chips up here at the top? Like, we're talking 4 chips jokers is to our name. So, for that reason, boots can't, or 5 chips jokers. You know, and then if you want to count, you could say 7, but those don't. No, 5. You got 5 chips jokers to your name. So you are desperate for these, and you know, I think that's better. That's more accurate. For something like on abandoned deck or other smaller decks, Blue Joker can kind of suck, but. And then, out of all of the legendaries, Shaco is the best one and is good early game. And then the rest, Trib is extremely situational. And the rest are just useless in white stake speedruns. You're just never gonna have the time to get them to effect. So yeah, that's the white stake speedrunning tier list. I don't know, I have probably at this point like over 200 hours of white stake speedruns. Well, I don't know if Anaglyph, my runs haven't been approved yet. In the 200 hours of speedrunning, and none of them have been approved yet. I've got 11 pending runs, but 5 of them should be world records when they're approved from what the current world records are, but other people could have pending ones that beat them, so I don't know. But in just a mere 200, which is rookie ass numbers, you know, when you're talking speedrunning, but in 200 hours, at least, it could be more. It probably is more, but 200 is my estimate. This is what I find so far for white stake speedrunning. Let's just peruse through for any disagreements I have. You would think Cavendish is like better than these, but I'm just kind of equating for just how rare Cavendish comes into my runs. You know, maybe Stencil or Card Sharp should be moved to the back of Great. I think I'm pretty happy with this. So yeah, that's your white stake. You know, let me know in the comments. If you have any big disagreements, if you ran white stake, or even if you haven't ran, if you've kind of got like a theoretical use case for some of these that you can see, go ahead and let me know. But you know, looking into the extremely situational, it really comes down to like these top ones of like they're basically anti-2 guys. That's their whole point. These guys are anti-2 guys. You need 8 molt, you need 7, you need 10, 5 or 10. Usually you try to get a pair if you're playing with a smiley face. 12 molt, 8 molt from Even Steven, double your score on a flush. Add a couple more, you know, maybe 20 to 30 chips. Splash maybe is a bit lower. These two helping make flushes in the early game. Extra hands can save you. That's probably like way down here. Trib is maybe basically useless, but like it's a photograph, but it can trigger twice, basically, realistically using this in a pair or flush. So I've gotten a Trib and used it in a flush. I had 2 face cards and it got me through ante-2. And then I sold it. You know, it's worth a lot of money. That's its use case. At least it gives you money, you know, but you know, in the pack that you got it from, there might be an Immolate there, which is worth more, or it might be a Hermit, or, you know, but hey, it's worth money. Shiko is gonna be like your most useful one. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, let me know if you got any larger disagreements. We'll fight it out in the comments.